Me nobody tell me nonsense, my nigga. Streets is so cold, my nigga. Me nobody come try cry me a river. I'ma pull through like the strings on my guitar. Nonsense, my nigga. The streets is so cold, my nigga.
Anderson Esiti, thank you very much for talking to KuliFootball. How did it all begin for you how was your upbringing and how did you venture into football from Nigeria?
No, I think I'm like every other Nigerians, playing football on the streets, going to school, Didn't really know what the future was for me, but just enjoying my life as a kid. But as I was growing up, I saw that I have a passion for playing football, with my friends and stuff like this. So I was just playing football as a kid, and like every other Nigerian, who likes to do something that they like, and I love playing football, and I'm I today.
And did you see it coming that you will go this far when you were young in Nigeria?
Actually, when I actually entered the amateur team, like a team.
And what team is that?
It's Bobby's United.
In Warri?
In Warri, yes, yeah. Delta State. Funny enough, whenever I'm running, whenever we go, because on Mondays we go to fitness training, and whenever I'm doing this, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm always like, God, you're seeing me, or you're seeing my hard work, or God, do not forsake me, And I'm doing that because I see players, that play in Europe, and players because we have one player called Ferencvaros. He was also a player from Bobby's United, and when I see him come, I feel very proud. I want to be like him, to get to his level, And every time I'm running, I'm like, God, But you never know, because so many football players play in Nigeria and they don't go anywhere, They only play maybe in the Nigerian league, but some of them don't even achieve that. So I didn't know, but I just started praying to God to get to that spot, So I really didn't know but I knew that with time to time I was getting better. People were recognizing me as a good player. So for me, I really didn't know.
And talking about your parents and
Yes.
your siblings, what kind of person? Because your personality, you're very calm, and is this something that is it the way you were raised?
Everybody is different. So many people come from a good background, but their kids don't behave the right way. Some people they don't come from good background. It's just God, the grace of God that made me to be who I am today.
And how many are you in your family?
We are. I'm from a polygamous home.
Okay.
And I'm the last from my mom. I have some other siblings. So we are many. Nigeria will be now.
The deal to Europe.
Yeah.
How did it come to you, and how did it happen? When was the first time you?
The very first time I had a deal to go to Europe was after a final. We played one final in Delta State, and my team, we were second position. And the next day, my coach came to me and one other player as a striker, and he told us that there's an offer for us to go to Portugal. That all we just need is our passport, and we didn't need to pay anything and stuff like that. We just need our passport. So I went. My coach came to speak to my dad. The agent I wanted to, it's actually a Nigerian agent who scouted me. His name is Paul Omamono. So scouted me, and they told me, okay, they liked me, and they came to speak to my dad, and we went to Ibadan, because actually the guy that sponsored my trip is from Ibadan, so that was how I got my first. Someone spoke to me first to go to Europe, so that was the first time.
And when you got to Portugal, the culture shock, how?
No,
because you are very young that time.
Yeah, I think I was 18 going to 19. And I think I went with, because as I told you, I came with a striker, but unfortunately he didn't stay. I was the only one who was choosing to stay in Europe. We actually went to one team we have, but they didn't pick us. So our agents told us that we were going to go to another team for another trial. So actually we went for that team, Leshoish Sport Club, it's a second division team. And that was my first breakthrough in Europe, and I was signed there in the junior team, and that was how I started.
How many years did you stay in Portugal?
I stayed in Portugal for 4 years. I played 4 seasons.
First division or second division?
I was in first. I was in the under 19 in this team that I signed for, my first club in Europe. After the season, after finishing under 19, I went to the first team. I played 1 season, and then I was signed by Estoril, which is a first division team, and I stayed there for 2 years. I was about to start the third season. I played like 2 games in the third season before I went to Belgium, Ghent, to be precise.
How you did a lot in Ghent, and you are so much loved by the fans. They have a lot of nickname for you, the Beast. Some call you Buffalo. Some call you, a lot of because of your strength.
Yes.
Where did you get all this strength from?
From God. Ninja power.
Do you do extra?
No, actually no.
Extra training.
It's just not sure. I think.
How was the experience in Ghent? Did you win
good,
some?
it was good.
Did you win some things with them together?
No, I didn't win any title per se, but there was a lot of beautiful moments qualifying for Europe, playing against Tottenham, in Wembley. This was one of the best moments also in my footballing career. I would say in Ghent I grew up as a player and also as a person, because most of the things I know today I learned it from Ghent. There were so many things, because Ghent is a club that demands a lot from their players. They bring young talent to the team, hoping to sell and also to have good performance on the pitch, and that was. And also trying to become champion also in Belgium, and that was the reason why I came here, because I had other options also, but one of the reasons I came here was because I wanted to be champion, And I think my 3 years here, there was a lot of ups and downs, but generally it was a perfect and amazing 3 years for me, and I can never take anything back from it.
There was a rumor which I would like you to clarify. I would like to hear from the horse mouth. It was everywhere in the paper in Belgium that there was a time you were not happy with the Ghent organization, the setup, that you were about to almost the deal to Spanish La Liga.
Yes.
What actually happened?
No, actually, all my time in Ghent after my first season, there were a lot of speculations about me going to other teams, bigger teams, but nothing really materialized, So I didn't really know what was going on. Also at the time, me and my agent was not in good terms because of I have some. So how you say? How would I put it now? I'd have some disagreement with the way he's handling my career. I wasn't so happy. So at that time, I didn't know who was saying the truth, but I was hearing Anderson Esiti is going here. Again, is asking for some amount of money. So actually, when the deal for Levante came, I had a conversation with the club and stuff like that, and they told me everything was already done, but Ghent was asking for a lot of money. So actually, I called the Ghent manager at that time. I said to him, what's going on, and he was angry with me, telling me, Andy, you have to focus on playing here. There's no deal. If I don't get what I want, you're not going anywhere. So for me at that time, I was not happy because I think and I wanted to go to the next level, in my career. So I thought at that time that going to Levante, Spanish league, one of the best league in the world, was a good move for me. But it didn't happen, and I stayed there. I even had a problem because I was demoted to the second team for like 2 months. I didn't play for the first team because the transfer didn't went through, and the club was angry with me that I tried to leave. So I stayed there for 2 months, and then after 2 months, I came back to the team, and I made an amazing season that season before I went to PAOK.
And your sojourns in Greece, in PAOK, you were also with another Nigerian, Chuba.
Yes.
Yeah. How is it?
No, it's good. Amazing player. Good player.
And how was the experience in Greece?
Was good. Greece, I don't know. I would say, for me, I didn't really do all I needed to do there. I still had a lot to give, but only God knows why everything happened. In every situation you find yourself, you must give thanks to God no matter what, because it was like a stepping stone for me to come to where I am now. In Greece, amazing fans, amazing people. A lot of pressure. And I went there ready, but it wasn't as I wanted it. In the first years. The last season I played. The coach trusted me more. I had some good games, but still it wasn't enough. But I give God all the glory for where I am today.
Congratulations! You won the league title, right?
Yes,
in
the cup.
The cup, in the league and the cup.
And the cup, yeah,
wow,
doubles,
both
yes.
in Hungary.
Yes.
But before we comes to that, your philosophy about life. What do you think about life itself?
Life. That question is a big one. No, for me, first of all, I believe in God a lot, and I think God is my God, and for me, I'm living my life depending on Him all the time. Everything I have today, all that I am, who I am, what I've become, I give all the glory to God. So I think in my life now, I'm just living it. I have a family, I have kids, I have a wife, I have a good family in Nigeria who supports me every day, So for me, my life is good, I have a good job, I receive salary, I have a home, I have where to sleep. So I'm happy with my life, I'm happy with the way everything is going,
And you are healthy.
I'm healthy, yes.
Which
yes,
is
yes,
also
thank you.
important.
So for me, no injuries. Every day I'm looking forward to a new challenge to get better in everything that I do as a family man and also as a football player. So for me, this is my life. I don't know what to say about it.
And if you have to advise, there are a lot of young people in Nigeria.
Yes.
A lot of them are hoping to break through
Yes.
in football, in other career, But let's stick with football. If you have to advise the young people in Nigeria who would like to become the next Anderson Esiti, what kind of advice, especially those who want to come to Europe to be big, to try their luck, what kind of advice will you give to
For
them?
me, it's
As someone who have seen it all,
yes,
and
for me, everybody has their own way. Everybody has their own character. Everybody has their own personality. For me, I'm very humbled. I just go into the pitch and do my job. Even when I was in Nigeria, everybody knew me for that. So even when I signed, everybody was like, "Oh, we knew he was going to sign," because sometimes quality or talent is not enough. There are other things that can bring you down. There are other things that can make you. But I've seen also players that are very, very. They are not humble. They are not humid. But they still succeed. So it just depends on the grace of God, but also, if you have your own personality, you must try to make sure if this is what works for you, you should continue, but try to change. But try to, how would I put it? Like, try to do the things that you know that is right to do, not doing things that you know that may affect some other persons. For me, I was always a calm guy, always quiet, always listening to my coaches every time, because for me, I think coaches make players. Because even though you're the best player in the world, if the coach don't play you, nobody's going to see that talent, So I think as a young Nigerian, you have to go to training every day. Like, for example, when I was in Nigeria, I was playing football on the streets. Anything I see, I was kicking, because that's my passion. So I think if you have that passion, you have to continue to fight for it. But it's difficult in Nigeria because it's not always easy to see a scout who want to take you to Europe. So it's a very, very different situation. In Europe here you have academies, and in Nigeria you're just hoping on God to bring someone, a helper to bring someone just to pick you. Because like me, I didn't know how one guy from Europe is going to pick me, So I think you just be yourself, be humble, keep working hard and hoping and praying one day that God will bring that helper for you to make you make the next step and to come to Europe and play good football.
What is the biggest sacrifice you ever made for football or your career?
Sacrifice. I don't know. I cannot really remember any sacrifices I've made for football.
So for you, it's like every day, the
Yeah,
everyday
every day.
zeal, the
Yeah,
zeal,
everything,
the strength.
everything, sometimes it's it's not easy to play. That's why I don't go to the national team anymore. That's why I always respect players that they finish the season and they go to national team. While the season is going on, they're going to national team because it's very, very exhausting. It takes a lot of mentally. Games. Today you were going to play good. Tomorrow you play bad. Today you're the best player. All the fans are praising you. Tomorrow you play 10 games good. You play 1 game bad. You're the worst player. So the players that go there every day with the criticism and everything, but still continue to go and play and perform in the highest level, I always say to them, well done. So for me, this is always a good motivation for me.
A little bit outside football, our country, Nigeria. What would you like to change if you have the power?
For me, I think the security should be better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the security should be better. I cannot say anything, but we all know, we all know that there are a lot of things that need to be done in the country. I'm not a politician, so I really cannot speak on that, but I really
Let's go back to Hungary.
Yes.
Did you see those success in the few years? Did you see those success coming?
Like before I went to Hungary? Before I went there, Ferencvaros was like second or third, but very few points below the, But 3 years ago they were champions, so they are known for being champions. So I just went there to help.
And you played a lot of games. I think all the games.
Mostly all the games.
You are well loved by the fans,
Yes.
Now, once again, congratulations. And I saw you celebrating, a lot, and with the trophy and everything. And you made your debut with Nigeria in 2015, if I'm right. 20, I think so, around somewhere.
2015, yes,
2015, something around there.
15,
And you made your debut the same day alongside Leon Balogun.
Yes.
And present vice captain of the team, Trostekon.
Yes.
And you did play well in that game under Stephen Litkeshi. And a lot of Nigerian thought you will be a mainstay of that team because the coach believed in you and you did a perfect job. I personally thought we will continue to see you and you make your stay with the team. And thereafter, we couldn't see Anderson Esiti anymore with the Super Eagles. What do you think happened and how do you feel?
I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't know what happened. I went there when I was like, I think 22, 23, I can remember. Actually, the age I was. But I went there when I was playing in the studio at that time. I was very young. I had Z, I wanted to become one of the best, I have an idol, Yatoué, I wanted to be like him. So I got a call from Kelshi who told me that they have a game against Shad that he has seen me play, that he liked the way I play and who want me to come to the team. So when I went there, after some few trainings, I knew I was going to start in the game, so I was really, really happy. And that time when I was there were a lot of experienced players. There was Inyama, there was Onanzi, you had Merilo, you had many, many players who I've watched, because I watched the AFCON that we won. And then I was still in Portugal. So for me, I played the game the best I could play, I did everything and we won the game 2-0, I was happy, everybody was happy, in my mind I was like, okay, he's a good one, Anderson, you should continue like this. And then I went back to my team next to it. And then we had another game, but I think Keshi was sacked. I don't know what happened. I didn't speak to him after that game, so I didn't know what happened. But when he was sacked, I knew, okay, the coach that brought me to the team is sacked, so let's see what happened. So I think Ulisse was the coach. They had a game against Tanzania, and I wasn't called. Not only me wasn't called, there were also some other foot players that didn't come. So I wasn't
Madu, I did Kingsley Madu as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kingsley Madu made his debut on the same day, I think.
Some players, some midfield players were not called. So for me, I was not happy. I was very, very sad. I tried to find the reason why I wasn't called. I really didn't see any reason because it was just the beginning of the season. from my club side, so I really didn't know what happened. So I think that was what happened. I don't know why I wasn't called, but after that, I've been called a couple of times. I've played a couple of times, but at that time I really didn't know. It came as a shock to me, but I didn't know why I wasn't called.
Nigerian won't be part of World Cup, and you watch their match against Ghana. If we have to correct all these things in the future, what do you think we need to do?
Oh, honestly, the game was, was a good one from Ghana. Ghana played a very, very good game. I can't comment too much about how the game went. Of course, we lost the game, so it shows that there are so many areas we need to be better, And I think now we have a new coach. I think I hope he does a good job, because there are a lot of talents in Nigeria and also in abroad. And now we have a top good players and good teams, and there is a good generation of players. So any coach that takes this team, we're very honored and happy to be the coach of Super Eagles. So I really hope that in the next. I saw the game against Mexico. Yeah. I didn't see the full game, but I saw some games.
The present coach, Mr. Pesero, yes. It's someone that knows you while he was in Braga, I think.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
And do you think you can rekindle, both of you can rekindle their friendship? Do you think, because he trusts you?
I wasn't his friend.
But he knows your ability.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Because I played against his team. I don't know if one time or two times I played against his team. Before I went, actually, the last game I played for Story, he was the coach of Braga. So it was a Story against Braga. So that was my last game I played before I went to Ghent.
He knows your ability?
I think he knows me as a player, but I don't know if he follow me a lot. So.
Do you think Anderson Esiti will be given a chance in the field?
I don't know. It's only the coach that knows. I'll keep doing my best where I am, because the only thing you can do as a player is just to perform very good, and hopefully the Super Eagles will see me again. So I'm hoping on that.
Who are your football role models?
Yeah, Toure. Okay. I love him very much. I wish I could take the ball sometimes and go out and score. It's for me the best midfielder ever. For me.
And after football, what is Anderson Esiti trying to do? A coach?
Coach? I don't know. For now, I don't know. I don't really know after football what I'm gonna do. I love football. I know I'm someone I like to teach, to give advice to young players. I have a good eye for talent. When I see a good talent, I know not only talent-wise, but character. Personality. I have many of my clubs. The clubs I've played for, when they have a player, they always call me, and when they see a player that they like, they understand, what do you think about this player? They want me to put my 2 cents. Yeah? And also my agent, sometimes he call me and ask me, do you think this player is a good player? So they think, because I live for football. I'm a little bit calm now, but before I was really crazy about watching games. Seeing players from other division, especially players that play my position. I like to watch them a lot. So people know that I have this eye for the game. So I don't know. Maybe let's see after my career with them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Rounding up now, your favorite destination, holiday destination?
Holiday?
Dubai, New York, Lagos.
No, just anywhere my family is.
Okay.
If my family is in Nigeria, I'll be there. My family is here in Belgium, I'll be there. Okay. Anywhere my family is, that's my favorite destination.
Lastly, I wanted to speak your mother your local language.
How do I speak? Urobo. How do I speak?
You can't speak Urobo.
I can't speak Urobo.
Like maybe you have to greet your people in Pidgin. Your fans at home all over the world.
My fans.
What do you have to say to them?
My fans, I don't even know where to start. Safe. Couple of times I speak Pidgin against safe. I want to greet to now all my fans for home and abroad. I say this is Anderson Esiti.
Say no.
I thank all of you for everything I do for me, like the support and everything.
Say no shaking.
No shaking, no shaking.
You're together.
I still there. I'll continue to make you proud.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anderson
You're
Esiti.
welcome.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.